Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony for Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Deadpool and Wolverine, and... I'm so tired of reviewing bad figures and getting yelled at by fanboys. It's just so irritating to have to do that. I wish every figure was a good figure, guys. I really, really do, especially Marvel Legends. It's what I got into collecting, at least as an adult, with. And I want them all to be great, and Hasbro doesn't. They don't want that. There is some good stuff. We're going to talk about the good stuff. Don't get me wrong. There's lots of good stuff. There might be a good thing here, but there's definitely some real garbage. And if you haven't bought it yet, maybe wait till you watch the review, because you might not want to waste your money on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get them off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before I show you the figure, I do want to show you my package. It's fine. It is a good package. I have no complaints. Oops, it looks good. Deadpool, Wolverine, rainbows and stuff in the background there, and then Wolverine there. Not from the movie. This looks like concept art, almost. It's definitely like a digital painting of some sort. And there it is again, and there it is again. 3 photos of the same photo. Oh, 4. Okay, so yeah, it's fine packaging, but nothing remarkable and somewhat questionable in that there's a bunch of the same photo on there. Alright, let's talk about this. It is in stock at Big Bad Toy Store if you happen to want it. It might be popping in and out of pre-order status, I don't know. But I'll put a link in the description below, but you probably don't want it. Alright, so he stands 6 3/8 inches tall to the top of his noggin, not the ears. That's going to make him about 16.4 centimeters. Getting real specific there, with an about in front of it. Here he is up against a Darwin, so he stands a little bit taller than Darwin. And I guess for Hugh Jackman that might be reasonable because he's fairly tall, but it seems quite large. And then here he's up against Deadpool, which, again, I don't know. I guess, is Hugh Jackman taller than Ryan Reynolds? I think they're within like an inch of each other. But he's kind of big. Okay, question of the day. What do you guys think about the sleeves versus the no sleeves? For me, I'm completely indifferent, except for the fact that if they did better shoulder pads and left the shoulder pads on, I'd be for no sleeves for sure, 100%. With it being this way, I don't think it really matters. I think the brown suit in the movie looks way better than this suit, which is unfortunate, but this is still a fine enough look. Alright, so let's dive into the aesthetic. First thing I have to note, guys, especially since I'm filming it, you guys know yellow PVC that Hasbro uses specifically is horrible for filming, and so I have it kind of dark so that you can see it and it doesn't get washed out, but this guy's basically transparent. My one buddy was like, just wait till you get the figures. You can see through them if you shine a flashlight on them. The plastic is not good plastic and there's no paint. It looks so freaking cheap. Okay, so what I mean by no paint is there's paint in the details where it needs to be, but the main colors are not painted. The main yellow is not painted. It is just a fairly translucent yellow plastic, which looks so unfinished and cheap. So unfinished and cheap. So there's that. We're going to get to the proportioning, guys, because that's my biggest gripe here. I could live with everything if they made it look right, and they didn't. And I know what you're going to say, oh, he's complaining about proportions again. Yes, I am, because these action figures look ridiculous, and this one's based on a real person, and Hasbro still screwed it up. It's incredible. Anyway, let's look at the detailed paintwork. How is it? It's good enough. If you look at the neck area, can I do a little bit brighter maybe so you can see? It's clean enough. It is fine. The little details that are there are okay. In here it's not bad at all. The shoulder pads are okay. The face looks bad. It looks really bad. That doesn't look anything like Hugh Jackman's face, and the cowl is only moderately accurate to the source material, and the nose is totally discolored for the yellow paint. So that looks bad. The gloves, they look okay. The hands, the yellow paint's pretty garbage, but it's okay. And then for the boots and things, like there's enough detail work going on that if all the other problems weren't there, the paint wouldn't bother me. The plastic being transparent is kind of a weird thing, but... or translucent, I think that's the right one. Anyway, it doesn't look very good. So, let's talk about the proportioning. I always say how Hasbro Marvel Legends look like people in cosplay. This does too, but not the guy it's supposed to be, because Hugh Jackman was essentially doing cosplay for the movie. That's how that works. They're costumes. And this is so not at all in the same proportions as Hugh Jackman. This figure has giant birthing hips, really wide hips, lower than he should have shoulders. It doesn't match Hugh Jackman at all. If you pose it some, you might not notice those things, but you know what? If they were already correct, it would look even better when you pose it. Oh, by the way, the belt is clean. I didn't mention that specifically. It looks so goofy compared to Hugh Jackman, and that's hard to do. To get a real live human being inside a Wolverine costume and have it look better than the action figure is nuts, because people don't, like, normal people can't live up to comic book standards at all. I mean, Hugh Jackman did a good job, but you get what I'm saying. He's still a regular human. This is, it's a dorky dopey human. This is a cosplay version of the cosplay Hugh Jackman was doing. Oh man, the proportioning is just all over the place with this. It's so unfortunate. And then let's look at the claws briefly before we finish up the aesthetic. They are, in concept, a good design, but in execution, not so much. I don't think a hairdryer is going to fix this too much. Maybe it will. So this hand's not great. This hand's alright. I'll take it. I know it's probably looking a little dark, guys. I'm afraid to make it brighter because it's going to just kill the figure with that yellow. So yeah, it looks good. There's the belt I didn't really mention enough of. It's pretty good. So there are good things about it, don't get me wrong, but they screwed up the main thing, which is the proportioning, and then the other main thing, which is the head, and then the other main thing, which is the yellow plastic. Looks janky as hell. So 5 out of 10 for the aesthetic. It doesn't look right at all. Why does he have lower shoulders than a real-life human in a costume? It's just nuts. Alright, now for accessories, we do have the unmasked head, which is an incredibly good likeness for Hugh Jackman. I like that. Even with the hair, it's probably a bit much, but still looks really good. The sculpt is great. The application on the face is pretty darn good. I am perfectly okay with that. Very, very nicely done head sculpt. And then you do get some hands. So he has the 2 fist claw hands that come on him in the package, and you get 1 fist hand without claws and 1 gun holding hand on his left side. He comes with no gun or anything. So there's that. Okay, so accessory-wise, the alt head is really nice, so I'll go 7 out of 10. That's probably being generous. Like, alternate arms would be cool. That would have been a good thing, but then wait, they can't sell it twice. So, I don't know about that. Alright, as far as articulation goes, oh gosh. They did a double ball peg for the head, but it sucks. It sucks. Not the fact that it's a double ball peg, the fact that Hasbro doesn't know how to do it. I mean, it's not the absolute worst thing, because still a double ball peg is better than not a double ball peg. But it's very limited for what it should be, so that's unfortunate. For the shoulders, you do get a butterfly joint, which doesn't go forward. I mean, it does technically move a little bit, but not really. Going back, it moves a little bit, so that's better than not having anything, I suppose, and the suit hides it, so that's fine. But it just doesn't really have much range, so whatever. Full rotation there. Get this, the shoulder pads are connected right here, so you can't raise the arm. That's it. You can see the giant plug right there. Can't raise the arm. Shoulder pads don't flex out of the way in any useful way. That's it. I mean, it flexes some, but you still can't go any higher because there's nowhere for it to go because of that. So, very poor design there. The butterfly does allow some range up and down, so I guess that's good. But, I mean, it's still... Not being able to go forward is kind of the main thing for Wolverine, isn't it? I mean, I guess going back is nice. It's just if you're going to do it, make it work. That's the weird thing about it. I'm all for butterfly joints if they work and don't look too bad. Alright, you get your bicep swivel there, double jointed elbow, good range, no problem there, I'll take it. Wrists have a swivel and a hinge, that's all standard. Ab crunch on this guy, weird they went with ab crunch waist twist combo. Ab crunch goes back a little bit, not the worst looking one we've ever seen, but it's still not good. It's still not good. And then going forward it's good range, so that's fine. So that's that. And then waist twist still looks bad. It wouldn't look as bad if they didn't give him giant birthing hips and just shrunk his waist a little bit. Like, cheat in a good way. If you have to adjust the shape of the body to make it work better for articulation, do it in a heroic way, not in the least heroic way. Don't make him broader than he should be, so the waist twist is ugly and he has birthing hips. But on top of the birthing hips up here, his hips actually stick out up here. This is incredibly feminine. If you were just looking at this part right here, you would think it was a lady. Hide the boobages. You would think that's a lady figure. He has really, really wide hips. Range is not terrible, but it's not good. It's just a little bit better than 45. Going forward, it's fine. He can get up to almost horizontal. It's not particularly good, but it's not particularly bad. Not really much going backwards. Thigh swivel is fine. Double jointed knee is good. Proportioning is good enough, so that's okay. And then for the ankle, it goes all the way back, far enough forward, and the ankle rocker is okay. So, articulation on this guy is incredibly average. Having the ball peg butterfly joint in here is a good idea, just very poorly executed. Double ball peg neck, great idea, very poorly executed. Everything else is incredibly standard and mediocre at best. I mean, the knees and elbows work, but when don't they? I guess that's not true. Sometimes they don't on Hasbro. Anyway, it's fine. I'll give it a 7 for articulation. But time for the final verdict. It's not a very good figure. Did they just cash in on the fact that people are going to want Wolverine and Deadpool? Probably. Why does he have those giant hips? That alone ruins it. Low shoulders and giant hips again. And then an ugly masked head. Why? Why? I just don't... And the transparent plastic? It's not a good figure, guys. Don't buy it. Honestly, don't buy it. Wait for something else. If we know anything about these MCU figures, you're gonna get more versions from probably every company and even Hasbro later on. Wait for something else. If you're not gonna customize the crap out of this, it's not worth owning. These hips can't be customized away, not with any normal set of skills, let's say. So, yeah, it's just not worth having. It's nowhere near good enough unless you don't care. So again, like, reviews are for you to use the information how you see fit. If you don't care about any of the things I've listed, then buy the figure and enjoy it. More power to you. But if you care about any of those things, it's gonna be a problem for you, and that's why I have to give you all of the information I can. You get to decide which things are important. I don't. I give you everything, and you decide what matters to you. But to me, it does matter, and so I'm going to say this figure is an overall 5 out of 10. There's some good stuff, but not enough to make up for the really, really bad stuff. So, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, but that's it for me. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, except it actually has been every single day for a while now. And I do have thousands of videos already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.